an animal. Thank you, Porsche, for bringing the Porsche driving experience back to the BIC. And thank you, Porsche, ever so much for bringing this to our shores. The mad GT3 RS. And we also have a GT4 RS and some other really special machines on this Porsche driving experience. So today is going to be a lot of fun. So the great thing about Porsche driving experience is that the day is broken up into a number of different activities. They ease you in on the slalom course in the convertible, and then you jump straight in to the Turbo S. And this in ice gray metallic in Riviera blue is really fetching, and it is super fun and super fast and super sharp on the slalom course. So activity number 2 in the Porsche driving experience is in the mad GT4 RS, and the key is to get it to slide. So sharp steering input, sharp throttle input, counter steer, and this thing is an absolute beast. It is so sharp, it is so raw, you really have to be measured in your inputs. The cars work really hard at the Porsche driving experience, and some signs that this is a proper race car for the road is just look at it. It's got a cutout for the fenders, massive dinner plate size brakes, all the vents and louvers are functional. They're either intakes or taking heat out of the car. And this is the party piece. The sound from inside the cabin as the engine is sucking in air from this intake is just mind-blowing. Come around the back and you've got massive wing, massive splitter, and even negative camber on the rear wheels. That means that it's really happy with the tail coming out.
And now, it was finally time to hit the track in the 718 GT4 RS. This was a moment that I've been waiting for a very long time. So we've decided to give you a look at the absolute raw footage, showing you speed, G-forces, track position, the works, and so as to not distract you from the oral experience of this epic machine. No music either.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a moment I have been waiting for a very long time. Driving the GT4 RS at the BIC. Now my fantasy garage has a big fantasy problem. One that we're going to sort out today. Does it include, as its purpose-built track car, the GT4 RS or the GT3 RS behind me, which I'm going to get into in a minute. Now we're only doing 1 or 2 laps a piece.
Okay guys, like I said, let's just start building up our speed with these.
And I want to feel what these cars are like. And I want to tell you what it feels like. Oh! What I can tell you immediately is that intake sound is everything that it's reported to be. Oh my God! That shriek of that flat 6 is insane! Oh! All the vibrations through the seat of your pants. The whole machine is alive. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. These downshifts are instant. The front end is so sharp. Oh my God. It revs to 9,000 RPM. Oh. Following an instructor in a Panamera Turbo S, but he better get a move on because this thing is all over the back of him. Oh my God, it is so sharp. The front end is ridiculous. Whew. Come on, come on. We're in the Parabolica and he's struggling in a big heavy car in front of me. And this is just razor sharp. Whoa. It is just so sharp and precise. Oh my God, I can place this car exactly where I want it, anywhere on the racetrack. It's effortless, it's so easy to drive at speed. My God. Oh, I want one. And the tail is happy. Well, ESC is on, but the tail is happy to come out on the exit. The chassis balance, the front end, everything, the brakes. Oh my God, what a machine. So what is the best way to satisfy your boy racer tendencies? Well, with Bumblebee over here, a race car with a number plate on it, the GT3 RS is absolutely manic. If you're in it for the pure act of driving, this should be your weapon of choice. But it'll cost you 3.25 crores ex-showroom. And this version, which doesn't even give you an actual Porsche crest on the bonnet, that's a sticker on this carbon fiber bonnet, is actually 4.44 crores. But what you do get is a genuine race car for the road with a top-hinged rear wing that looks like a twin bed. All right, folks, the big one, the GT3 RS. Whoa. Well, I guess we're not wasting any time. Jesus, it revs so fast that I just hit the rev limiter. Rookie mistake will not happen again. Jesus, it's like straining at the leash. This thing is an animal, and it's so smooth to 9,000 RPM. It pulls all the way to 9,000 RPM. It's insane. Whoa. Okay, so this is definitely more stable, less chuckable than the GT4. Front end is sharper, and longer wheelbase means that it doesn't move around as much. It doesn't feel as raw. It feels more civilized than the GT4. If you want to know why Porsche has won the 24 Hours of Le Mans so many times, it's because their cars can do this all day, all night, and it's no problem. And the drivers are comfortable because this is an absolute breeze. I have just stepped out of the 911 Turbo S. We did the GT4 RS first, the GT3 RS, and then the 911 Turbo S. I'm not even taking my helmet off because I want to savor this experience for as long as I possibly can. The excitement and the energy is just bursting and brimming inside my head, and I want to retain it for as long as I possibly can. I said before that my fantasy garage had a bit of a fantasy problem. GT4 RS or GT3 RS. And I think after today, after a couple of laps in both, I can safely say that the GT3 RS is the most incredible, most track-focused weapon that you can get your hands on the planet today. It is sensational. But having said that, I got into the 911 Turbo S after that, and it was an absolute cakewalk. It's a breeze. It's like a Sunday drive at the same speeds as a GT3 RS. Well, unless you're doing absolute 10/10s on a racetrack. So all the performance is there and it's an absolute breeze. And that is the DNA that is retained by Porsche through all of its machines. Not only are they just phenomenally capable, they have the most incredible engineers in the world, but they make that speed and that performance accessible for monkeys like me.